This is Scott Hutzbath with Agent Mastermind. Welcome to the call. So excited to have you guys here. We have a great class planned with my dear partner in crime, Vicki Rice. She is a brand new mad woman. She's out of control. So she's gonna share with us.
Sometimes.
you get on a roll, man. You don't want to come anywhere near the building, let alone her office. She's just out of control. So I appreciate what you do, and you do some amazing stuff. So you're going to share with us the Pinterest class, how agents can use it to grow their business, database, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to sit back, take notes. Of course, I'll be here with you in contributing. But
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I adore Pinterest, and so I thought I would share some great tips that I've learned and how you can actually increase your leads and do all your link backs and get some great SEO rating and exposure too. So let's go ahead and get started.
Cool. SEO. So just so everybody knows, search engine optimization. So let me just explain what that means really quick. So when somebody searches for you or something, that is called search engine optimization when you come up or your content comes up. So just want to make sure everybody knows what that is. So it's a good thing to have a lot of SEO coverage, or if you will, I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it's good to come up when people search for you.
It's good to be seen.
Good to be seen.
Yeah. So when I'm working with, loan officers or agents, I always hear, well, I don't get Pinterest, and I only use it for a wedding, or, if I want to, just look at the pretty pictures and maybe I want to redo my house or something. And in the beginning, I felt that way too, but not now. Pinterest for business is not just another social media site. And so hopefully today, when you walk away from class, you kind of see some of the positive things that you could implement into your office, and be able to kind of look at and see what other agents and how they're getting 2,000, 3,000 people following them, on just their Pinterest boards. So it is just one of the leading sites out there that will increase your lead conversions, and I'll get into that right now. So what's unique about Pinterest is that it reduces the steps that it takes, what I say, from discovery to conversion, because what happens is we're a visual society, right, Scott? So when we see a pretty picture or something like that, it's just you see it, you want that. And so Pinterest actually provides that platform for you to do those easy steps. So by linking every single pin that you post back to your website, back to a showing, set up for a showing, if you want to set up a showing, or maybe you want to link it back to get more followers or likes on your Facebook business page. Pinterest allows you to be able to do that. So that reduces that, sales cycle. People don't like to click out of something else to go to something else. Do you know what I mean? You never want to click Facebook and it'll say, we're going to take you to an outside site.
Yep. So, I know for a fact, with Pinterest, I used to use it to, still do, when I share how where do you come up with strategies for videos, like tip of the week videos or different things that's trending in the marketplace. Pinterest is a great search criteria to go in there and put house tips, color tips, crazy tips. It's insane what people put up here, and there's so many ideas and strategies to use. Yeah,
I know, and I can't wait to show you some of the ones that we've done a board, which we're going to provide for you guys, but also looking at how other people are using it successfully, and then just morph that into your business. So kind of follow what they do, and then you do it. I love the fact that you can have clear social proof of your sold. So you can have a board with all your sold houses, that has its own URL link at the very top, and you can, cross-market that on all your other sites, or just send it out to a buyer who, you say, hey, click here to learn a little bit about my proven sales history. Bam, it's there. It's visual. It's in their face. It's they can see it, touch it, feel it. And that's the emotional connections that Pinterest gives you. So that's kind of, and also what I love about it is that it drives traffic. 10 million unique views, it's not chump change. There's a lot of information out there that's really noteworthy. And if you rely on your website only just to fuel your sales or marketing and you don't do anything else, you know, then it kind of, it's kind of like missing the boat. You want to generate traffic. You want to bring traffic to your website or to your Facebook page. You want to increase those leads. And Pinterest is a great tool to be able to do that. There's a blogger I follow, Kate. She is great. You know, what she started doing is she started blogging about, you know, in Pinterest boards about her own stuff. So basically she started pinning her own work. That doubled her SEO traffic and rating and got her tons of subscribers, tons of followers. So I want to kind of inspire you guys to start pinning your own work. That means your sold board. You know, that's your own work. You did it, you know, so link back then to your website, you know, and I'm going to show you how other agents are doing that.
So let me get this straight. So she talked about her this is such an important message. If this is the only message you get today, this is like a big one. So she started talking about what her likes are, like what she loves to do, her interest. And guess what? There's other people in the world that have the same interest, let alone people in your same community that have the same interest. Why do you think we have all these meetup groups and we have all these, like there's these scrapping get-togethers and all this? There's always somebody that likes what you like, and that creates a bond that gives you something to talk about with them. It's instant, it's like an instant friendship. Like it's kind of like the Harley group or the Corvette group or the Jeep group or all these different gatherings that people have. That's their interest, that's their passion, and this is just one platform to 14,000 in 5 months. That's insanity.
Yes.
Like that's just a huge following. So in a very short period of time.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you can think about what kind of, obviously, you know, Kate is a hair designer. She's elevated her status from, you know, being a beautician to a designer. So what can you do to elevate your being a real estate agent to, you know, elevate your to your people, you know, your peers, people that don't know you yet, your pre-marketing, your even the people that know you during the marketing period, and then what can you do for after close to keep those, you know, those people, your, you know, referral partners keep coming back to you for more and more and more. And it's all about, you know, patting yourself on the back. Basically, you're pinning your own work and your achievements and things that you do. I love it when people share, you know, that's the holy grail, right? You know, share, like, comment. And so what's awesome about Pinterest is that every pin includes a link leading back to the source of where that image came from. So if I did my own pins using Canva, which we talked about, right, Scott? And I kind of showed you guys how to use that. And I took an image, you know, or used an image that I had at a closing table photo op, or the front door of the house I sold, or the walk-in closet of this awesome house I have listed, or the backyard, or the pool, or whatever it is. And I put that together in a Pinterest post, which Canva allows you to do, you know, and said something, you know, unique about that. That is what is allowing me to pen my own stuff, you know, and to use my own work. But links built through images are the best links that you can acquire to get actual engagement. So 95% of the images on Pinterest were either pinned or repinned from another web. So if your images are uniquely yours, you know, and then people start repinning or pinning your images, you know, that's where the viralness comes from.
You know the difference, and correct me if I'm wrong, Vicki, the difference between Pinterest and, say, you know, Facebook's kind of that way too, and a lot of people but in Pinterest, I'm getting the feeling, and correct me if I'm wrong, that if I talk more about my interest, people will, like, it's kind of like I'm putting up my boards, my different interest boards, and so if people like my boards, they're going to follow me. They're going to follow that board. They're going to follow me in general because this is just my like. So, like, if I see something on the web and I'm on a website and I'm like, oh, my God, this is so cool, and, like, everybody wants to tell somebody something, that would be the place to do it and say, oh, hey, I found this site. This is so cool. I love this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Would that, did I say that wrong?
Absolutely. No, that's
okay.
Perfect. And in fact, I had a coaching call this morning with someone, and we talked about that. He was wanting to do something with on the window of the storefront. He was to come up with some kind of a, like they do those stickers on the storefront because he has a lot of walk-by traffic, to get them to stop, look, and obviously, and I explained to him that you only have a couple of seconds to capture someone's attention, either by walking or driving by in his instance, or by Pinterest too as well, and so we're fast about moving on to the next thing. So it was really important to make a connection with whatever it is and think about, put yourself in their position. What are their buyers or sellers? What are their hot buttons? It's just like if you you buy a car, right? And you see that red car now everywhere. So that's something that you've been thinking about in your mind. So how can we take a visual and then have a takeaway piece? So when they walk by, they keep remembering that visual image and then what you said. So Pinterest would definitely allow you to have that, to be able to talk about all those hot buttons and boards, and then they take away and they remember you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just being out there. Here's the thing: is everybody's going, oh my God, one more thing, one more site, one more, one more this, one more that. How am I going to do it? Here's the thing. So everybody takes pictures, right? Like everybody, like all day, every day, people are taking pictures, and you just take pictures with your camera. So all it is clicking a different button on your phone to take the picture. You can take pictures in Pinterest. You can upload pictures to Pinterest. It's just a different habit. We all have a habit. We go for whatever we've known or done over a period of time, and it's just a different way of thinking. It's changing your habits and thinking, okay, instead of hitting my video or my photo button on my phone, I hit Pinterest and take the photo in Pinterest and start sharing my interest and likes and comment and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's great too is that I love Pinterest, so I can share it on my. It has a link where if I post a pin, it automatically goes on my Twitter account, on my Facebook account.
Nice,
so it links to other sites too, which is really great. So basically, a hyperlink is when you link back to another source. So like when I was working with him today on this is the image that we're working on right now to kind of give you an idea. But this could be a Pinterest post. So your discipline, it's just a quote that I found out there, and an image. So we have an image with a takeaway. So if you can kind of think about it in those terms, that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what I was talking to that gentleman about earlier today.
Absolutely.
But getting back to the in-link, hyperlink, it's a constant, reliable strategy that optimizes like what you said, when someone Googles your name, you come up, and it ranks higher in all of the search engines. So when you do your link backs, that's a really nice hot tip that's going to get you seen by more eyeballs.
There you go.
Yeah, so user engagement with Pinterest is addictive. I'm not alone. Yeah, it really is. I'm not alone. I even see other people's pins, especially if I follow them and they follow me. It's just like a wall. So unlike many social sites where the game is to get followers, Pinterest users, like what you said, seem to be content to simply share the stuff that you post that is something that you like or you think is cool, or what's hot. It translates very well into that social medium that you were talking about, by sharing just something I really liked out there. So that's one thing that's positive, and that helps you get more of that share, from the people that follow you. It's a good sign for business because it means that your pens are more likely to be seen, touched, or better yet, go viral. The main reason for such a high engagement is that it's easy to digest on Pinterest. It's all about scanning. You're just scanning visual. We're an instant gratification society. We want to see those images, and when they relate to us and that thing that we're thinking about, that hot button in our head, or it relates to kids, or a goal that we have, or it could be something simple as being able to have a dog, where our landlords tell us what we can and can't do. When you own your own home, your child can have a forever best friend. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
That's the cool. So we see it and we want it, and now we click on it and it takes us back to your website. I like, as I mentioned before, it works with Twitter, the Facebook profile. There is
and also just an FYI, the other day I'm going, okay, how do I communicate with people on all my social media sites? And I did a class on this. We did a class on Buffer, BUFFER.com. So Buffer allows you to post to all your social media sites with one click. And I think for the $10 a month, there's a free version, but I think it's 3 profiles for 10. And I'm not trying to sell you this. I have no affiliate to Buffer, but you can literally go into Buffer and schedule pins. You can schedule tweets, Facebook post, LinkedIn post, whatever you want to. I have like 25 different profiles that at one click I can post to all 25 profiles. So I'm not wondering, oh my God, I got to go to this one, log in, log out, log in, log out, log in, log out. It's one click, it automatically posts, and it's done. Like you guys probably seen the video last night where I did of what last week's class was and what Pinterest class is all about today with Vicki. And I literally blasted it out to 25 different sites because I wanted everybody to see it. So don't think that it's hard. And the cool part about that is Buffer sits on your phone, iPad, computer, no matter where you're at. So if you want to get something out there, a wide message to everybody, do you think is cool? You can use a platform like Buffer, or another one is Hootsuite. I prefer Buffer for some reason. I don't know. There's no like
Buffer's so much easier.
Kind of like it's just easier. So for me.
Yeah, I know. So now, like Pinterest, when it connects to your Facebook, that's your personal. I just wanted to kind of put this out here. But there are, you can download on your business page for Facebook, your Pinterest app. So if you wanted it to connect to your business page, it's just in Facebook, and then you just search Pinterest app and download it, and then it'll ask you, which page do you want to connect this app to, and then it would be your business page. So I just want to let you know that, people will say, well, I want this to be more on my business page than my personal page. It can be done. You just have to download the app. So obviously it's a great place to discover trends. I go to it all the time. I keep it open because that's where I get a lot of my inspiration for my graphics stuff that I do. And so it works from marketing to fashion to real estate. It's just all about discovering what, being in touch with your market, and Pinterest is a great place to find that connection and what's happening and what's cool so that you can implement that into your strategy. I wanted to kind of show you some different sites that I really would like for you guys to start considering doing now. If we go to Pinterest, and I just put in there real estate agent, right?
Awesome.
There's tons and hundreds of boards.
Yeah.
So take a couple of these boards, follow them. Like, for example, this person has 2,007 or 5,007 people that are following them. Renee has 2,008 people following her. She's got over 7,000 pins. Find ones that you kind of like and follow everything that they do, so you can kind of, go through it very quickly. I took a couple of those boards.
Can you a lot of so if you're going to show a couple boards, but can you also just so you guys know, we have an agent mastermind board where we literally scoured the Pinterest world for different topics, different board types, different things that you could use in your real estate business as a business sense. So if you go to, and Vicki will show that too, but she's going to walk you through different ideas that people, here's the Agent Mastermind board. So we literally spent so much time, I don't know how many hours we got into this, but we literally started looking for different luxury homes, condos in this area, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, all kinds of different ideas, best buyer tips, best seller tips, great things about neighborhoods, great thing, you can get specific, like some people do, get specific about different areas and stuff like that. So local restaurants, best burger joint, literally on and on and on and on. There's so many cool stuff you could do. It's just, if you go to our board, follow our board. There's, you don't have to follow it, but you can get, what do we have, 800 and 61 boards, 61 different boards.
Yep.
So,
yep, and I just did this. So,
okay.
Yeah, for example, let's just go ahead and talk about this board. So we wanted to come up with the top boards that you guys can make it easy for you just to implement and put onto your Pinterest boards. So if you did a sold board, and I'm going to show you an example of one, home buyers most wanted. Basically, it's a checklist of what home buyers want. You're out in the field. You know what your buyers are wanting. They're wanting to have that open floor plan and a home office, and they're into more of the cream type, cabinets and wood floors, that kind of stuff. Maybe a seller's to-do list. What are the things that you need to do for your sellers need to do before they put the home on the market with you? So go through and then you pin stuff on there that either is yours that you make through Canva and link back, or other, pins that you can search. Sports rule in your hometown school district. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about and you're going to see is everything's about your city. So if you live in Orange County, it's, Orange County schools, El Paso schools, so you want to make sure that you put that into your boards. Great things about living in Country Club Village, El Paso, Texas, as your title kind of thing. So I came up with different, yeah, go ahead.
So John come up with I love the way John's thinking right now. So John says, hey, can you take photos posted by someone else and turn them into a video? For example, I saw a board called 33 Helpful Moving Tips. That is the most brilliant thing you could do. One, you have photos, you have pictures, and you have videos, right? So video is just one other thing that helps SEO. So if you had 33, think about that. 33 different tips that were 30 seconds long and 1 minute long, and you just drip them to different, to your database, or that was part of your drip campaign. Hey guys, just want to make sure here's 1 tip, 2 tip, 3. Hey, I have 33 tips to help you when moving, or helpful moving tips that I don't want you to miss out on, and just send them one after another after another. It just creates a different persona for you and helps your branding.
What was the name of that board? Did he tell you the name of the board?
Yeah, he just said 33 helpful moving tips. So I don't
okay.
Helpful moving tips. Yeah. See if we can find it.
If I can find it for you guys.
But the mindset behind that is great. People like stuff in small chunks. For me to sit through a 5-minute video, I'm probably not going to do it. But if it's 30 seconds or a minute,
yeah,
I have time for that. But if they see that the video is 5 minutes long and there's 33 tips, I'm going to go over it I don't have time. But if it's 30 seconds, I may just sit there and watch it.
Absolutely, that is an awesome board. I think it gives me some ideas. So thank you for sharing that. So yeah, just 1 second, and it's kind of like a did you know about a topic, and you give a less than 2 minute answer to that. That is so cool. But I wanted to share this with you so it gives you guys some ideas. You can take these and share them on your board. Like man caves. Everyone loves man caves, so I tried to search some really cool man caves, that you could use. A hockey rink, downstairs in the basement. How cool is that? I love, curb appeal tips, so before and afters, front doors, landscaping. These are things that you're going to be able to utilize in your market. So yeah, look through these boards. I did include at the bottom our board, our marketing board. So if you want to, take a look, it's always changing every day. I'm adding more stuff. So there's marketing materials in our Facebook branding. So,
but think about this though.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. You can talk business, like you can talk, like for example, fall colors. You can talk man caves. You can talk different real estate related topics that keep them interested but don't sell them. Make sense?
That's the whole key. That's that likability. That's the whole. If you take anything from that away from the class today, that's it. So you're selling without being salesy. So yeah,
there you go.
That's awesome. So let's take a look at Debbie. Debbie. So she's out of Charlotte. Love what she does. Like for example, let's take a look at her sold board. So these are her. She's got over 1,000 people, almost 1,600 people following her right now, and these are her sold boards. And if you click on any of these, I mean that's social proof. If I were to go up here, take and copy this URL and hyperlink it in an email when I have a listing presentation, and I send them an email that says, hey, I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday at 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Oh, by the way, please click here, and you can see, social proof of some of the homes that I've sold, and you can gather some more information about how our office works and how we are doing it right in selling homes in Charlotte. So, it's just,
looks great.
Love that. So
looks like some of them are YouTube videos too. Looks like there's a YouTube video of that first one. Yep.
Yep. So this is a YouTube video, and I love that. So right here it goes to, it's saved from her YouTube.
Awesome. So it's a virtual tour.
And I can visit her YouTube channel and subscribe to her there. Okay.
Wow. Cool.
I could go here and visit this one that she sold, and visit there. I could, if it was like setting a new listings, maybe it would send me to a place where I could set up a showing. That link on your website.
Hey, click on that one again. Somebody, Dawn was asking about link backs, and I think this is a great example of one. So see where it says below. It says sold in, and I can't read that very well. County Club.
Yeah, County Club. Highest list price home in the shortest amount of time. Visit, that link back. So if I click on that link back, it's going to go to her blog that talks about the, Country Club Village homes. Now, maybe you are she's farming this area. So, this is something that you're going to want to have. How cool is this?
Way cool.
Yeah.
Way cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can put link backs in there. You can put like whatever. Like she just made a comment on one of her posts is what she did. So you can put it in the description or the comment, whichever.
Right, you can put it in the comments or the description. So and all you do is just copy and paste.
Yep.
Awesome. Let's take a look at some of her other boards that she's done. So these are her current listings. Right, videos. Virtual tours. Maybe she might take a picture of just the backyard or the dining room, and post that out there. So if I want to set up a showing, and I want to visit it, it will take me to her website where I can request more information, that kind of stuff, and see pictures and all about that particular property. So, and that could be just your MLS, search engine, whatever. I mean, wherever you have it. So, and that's just one of those hundreds that I showed you that you can start doing. Maybe but notice Charlotte homes, bungalows, places, restaurants.
So, Vicki, I think you brushed over this, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Paul is so he said, should each of these pins point to a separate specific pin only page on my own website?
You want to link every single pin, so you can link it to wherever it is that you want to link it to, but that's what's going to give you your link backs, and your ratings are going to go and skyrocket, and your leads and your conversions, because you're making it simple and easy for them.
And I believe you also brushed over this as well. Yeah, that answer. So I believe you brushed over this as well too. But when you put something in Pinterest, can you have it go to Facebook and Twitter at the same time? So when you upload a pin, it automatically gets posted to Facebook.
Yes. And remember, we talked about if you want to, if it posts, you can have it post to your Facebook personal page. If you want it on your business page, you have to download the Pinterest app. That it's free. And then when you download it on your business page, it will ask you which business page do you want the app to link to. And that's where you would choose the one in Facebook. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then somebody want to know, how do you put a video in Pinterest?
You can upload video. Yeah. So let's go back and say the sold board that I haven't done anything with. So two things. It's like, let me, trying to think if I could. Okay, so let me go to an actual one that I've uploaded. So, and change my mindset here now. So I can come up here and come down. I can link to an outside, where's my, sometimes it comes, it should come up here on the bottom here. It says upload video from my, save the video from YouTube, or let's see. Give me just a second. I got to think about where I put that.
No worries. And I think when you first do a post, it asks you what it is, a picture or a video, whatever. I think is where you're to click the plus up there.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to drop a pin. Where did it go to? Come on. I don't know why it's not doing that.
Not letting you do it.
It's not letting me do it. It's probably because I'm in Agent Mastermind, not as Vicki Rice. So I'll go to my board and show you guys before I leave. Okay, because I'm only using it as a look-see, not Agent Mastermind. So before we leave, I will answer that question for you guys.
Okay. Cool.
So Willis, out of San Diego, what's coming up? Father's Day, 4th of July, red, white, and blue, all kinds of cool stuff like that. I love the fact that he talks about his team, and every single one of his agents, this is a broker, obviously, then it links back to their own personal website. So your link back here, your brokerage should have theirs and then link back to your site, showcasing you. So this is a great tool to bring to your brokers and say, hey, we need to have a company one done. So I really like that quite a bit. Of course, we all love, your favorite guy, out of Orange County. Follow him for sure. He's got, over 3,000 people following him now. Love his video tours that he does. Every single one is all video, video, video. And so he's kind of a unique, what would you call him, Scott? He just, everything he does is like gold. So
Raj, Raj, this is the guy that I was talking about that I wanted to share today. Like he has, and here's the cool thing about Raj, and you maybe know this, maybe you don't, but he has someone else running this for him. So he's not and it's all specific to link backs. It's all specific to his city, his state, his counties, all the local places that are in his area. So he's not sitting here for hours on end trying to create this Pinterest board. Somebody's doing it for him, and he's obviously growing followers and growing all that stuff. So don't think that you have to do this. Someone else can do it just as good as you. And by just watching this class and getting ideas from it, and then putting it together and setting up a board and setting up a business Pinterest or a personal Pinterest or however you want to do it, or both. Somebody else can do that for you.
Right. Yeah. So and being able to, do video as well. It's going to, as well as just an actual image. But, he'll take and do, like happens, you could do a board for every single address and take one room, and post it and pin it. I know it's time consuming, but you would probably have someone else, like your VA, this is something that they could do for you. And then when you come in the morning, it's already done. So every pin has a link back. It's linked from, his website, theboutique.com. So that just increases that address out there. So when anyone searches for homes in Yorba Linda, California, you can be ensured that this is a key point, because they've saturated Google with unique pictures that's not the same. It's the difference between white hat and black hat, because Google has all these spiders out there, and
right.
if you're kind of, they'll shut you down if they feel as if you're spammy. Well, you're not. You're being spammy without being spammy here, because it's the same address but different images that's going with it. So it's allowing you to get, organically exposure out there without having to pay for clicks.
There you go. And a couple questions coming in. James says, can I create multiple additional names? So I think he's talking about like Pinterest.com/whatever the name is. What I would recommend, and there's no right or wrong to this, you can create as many names as you want and have different Pinterest boards, or Pinterest logins, if you will. But it's probably better for SEO if you have one name and then put different boards in for the SEO. That's what I would do. It's easier to manage. You have one login and then you have a board specifically for whatever you want to build a brand around. Like, for example, neighborhoods or cities or restaurants or something like that. Now, if you're going to a different city and you're in two different states, then you might want to have two different Pinterest boards, one for Michigan, one for Atlanta, one for whatever. That would make sense. But if it's a community that you're trying to build, I would recommend just building boards around it inside one Pinterest account. That's just my opinion.
I would do that. You don't want to. It's time consuming, and you want this simpler. You want them to follow you. Gary wants 2,500 people, to follow him.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
And when you have multiple pages out there, that's why we're really big about not having too many pages, because when you confuse people, you lose them. So it's why it's nice to have all your platforms be uniquely similar. So your YouTube branding relates to your Facebook branding, that relates to your Twitter brand. So when people are they go to your sites, they feel comfortable that is who you are, because everyone's leery about going into a new site that they don't understand. So then they can see, oh yeah, that's Gary's site. So yeah, I definitely want to, I want to subscribe, or I want to follow Gary. So, like here talks about, all of his listings, that he has. These are all current listings that he keeps up there. So if you click on it, again, it gives you the information in the comments, but you can go back and then link back to, like we said before, setting up a showing, or MLS, or his blog, or his website, or even the Facebook page that you have for it that you decide. So let's go to my, there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about, is Facebook does the Facebook ads, right?
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Now, so now you can start doing Pinterest ads.
No kidding.
Same philosophy. It's all about awareness, engagement, and traffic. I haven't gotten into this yet, so I think it's a class that we need to, to bring on.
Pinterest ads. Very funny. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it's they're saying that it's 5% higher than the average that you get with over Facebook. You can it's the same thing. You can decide who sees it. Is it going to be out to the public, or is it just going to be to the 2,500 followers? You can do campaigns, which I love this part of it. I was reading about that. And so again, it's just another avenue that I think has been overlooked with Pinterest. That if you use it correctly, maybe all you need is, it's just to think about the idea of doing that, So I wanted to show that Pinterest ads are out there, very inexpensive. $5 a day, whatever it is that you want, if you want to post and only use it for when you have a sold board or only use it when you have a current listing, cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one more way to keep your people happy too. So let's go to my page, not Agent Mastermind. And so let's see. Now, if I want to add a pin, I would come here. I can choose to bring it in from YouTube, or I can upload it from my board, my desktop. And so say I want to, let's say, I want to upload this picture. Okay, now I can choose then which board do I want to put it on, right? So maybe I want to put it on marketing materials board, so I'm going to hit save. Before I do that, I have a couple options here. Do you see this pop up right here? It tells us, tell me about this pin. So here I could do some comments about it, maybe do my a link, kind of thing. I could do that here. I'm going to show you a couple different ways of doing it. So right now, I'm just going to leave it blank. I'm going to hit save.
And of course, when we're showing it, it always takes longer.
Takes a look because of my time. So now I'm going to take a look at that, right? I'm going to click on it. Now, in my comments, I could say something about how wonderful this home is, blah, 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 blah. I can then edit it to give myself a link to my website. So if it would be www.scott, and then I could say some comments about the home and how wonderful it is. I could name the place, or if it's in Country Club Village.
So it actually pulls up so it's tagging.
It actually will pull up and tag it for me. So if I wanted that one, say it's in Vermont, that kind of stuff. Remember, I could have that little thing that gives me some kind of a little description or information in the very beginning. So now I hit save. Oh.
Got to put HTTP probably.
Yeah, let me just pull it up here real quick. So what I'm doing is I'm coming over, capturing the whole website link, copy, and paste. Okay.
Now it's clickable. Now you click on the photo, it goes to, now visit, yep.
Yep, or what if I click on it, it automatically takes me to Scott Hutchbus.
Cool.
So, and the same thing would apply with a URL. So if I were to go to your YouTube channel.
And the cool part is like Chrome. I don't know who uses Chrome on here, but I'm sure there's, what's the other one? Safari, and there's Firefox. There's different browsers, depending on which browser you use, has a Pinterest, what do you want to call it, a Pinterest add-on. So you can just click the little P in the whatever website you're on, and it'll pin whatever you want to choose in that website. So say you're in a website that has a bunch of different trips, like a bunch of different vacations, and you find one's really cool. You're like, oh my God, I got to save this one for, like, maybe you have a dream board. Like, this is your dream board. This is where you want a vacation. So that would be, you click the little P in your browser, and it would automatically throw it into Pinterest. You'd pick the picture you wanted to show, and it would automatically throw in the link to that website, and it would put it on whatever board you'd want to put it on, which is pretty cool.
So I'm going to do remember I did the website, so I'm going to copy that. You guys saw how I did that, copied that from YouTube, right?
Yep. Next. So then it creates a, okay.
Now, I know,
More
so
from YouTube.
Yeah, more from YouTube. I don't want all that. So I want to save it. What board do I want to save it to? Say I want to save it on my marketing board or my video board or whatever it is that I want to save.
So all you got to do is put in the YouTube link and it does it for you.
Yep. So it's already saved. I can choose now to promote my pen and do Facebook or I keep saying Facebook ads, but Pinterest ads. I could do that if I wanted to. So I just wanted that's where I would get to that. So now let's take a look at my marketing board, and there's my video. I can click on it, and then edit it. And I can add my description about, the house that I did, the virtual tour. Now I can have them come back to my video, or maybe I want them to go back to Scott Hudspeth's website. And Country Club Village again.
Let's see, is there any other questions here?
So now I have a video. I have, all these other stuff that allows me to go back. So yeah. So then just a matter of, 2 or 3 clicks, I have.
Somebody, that's awesome, Vicki. That's really cool. So somebody's asking, I heard there's a business version. Yes, there's a business version. I would, if the name is available, I'd grab your name for sure.
Yeah.
And then build that up as well as your personal stuff. So I don't know that. I think what it boils down to is whatever you're going to do that. If you're, if it's too much and you don't have somebody doing this for you, build your personal with boards. People want to work with people they know, like, and trust. That's the bottom line. And whether you build it on a business version or whether you build it on a personal version, it doesn't matter. Just pick one and build it that way. I mean, if I was to call anybody on this, if I was to call anybody's clients on this webinar today and say, hey, give me your last 10 clients, I want to call them and see who they work with, they're probably not going to say your business name. They're probably going to say your name because that's who they worked with. So just food for thought there.
Yeah, I need to make a correction, you guys. I showed you some bad information. So by changing the video link, that
it changes the video. Right.
It changes the video. Yep. So what I want you to do then is do it in the comments, like that one, the other lady that I showed you. So talk about the home and say, here is another link that you can. So put it up in the comments and just leave your video. Yeah. So hopefully I've inspired you guys to kind of look at another avenue of a way to promote, a way to promote what you do for a living, start attracting and generating leads to your website, and being able to convert them over with a platform that's very visual. Everyone sees it, they like it, they click on it.
Okay. So somebody's asking. So when you log in on your phone, one, you got to have a Pinterest account. It's probably a little easier to set it up on a computer or an iPad, just something better to see, so you can, it's easier to type in stuff. So, but once you log into the phone app or you download the phone app and you go into it, it says log in, like continue with Facebook or sign up with email. Or right below it, it says login. Now, I don't know if it's that. Now, I'm on an iPhone, so, and then it comes up. It's kind of deceiving because it says login again with Facebook or Twitter or Google, or right below it, it says email and password. So if you used an email and a password, you didn't use Facebook or Twitter or Google, you can just put in your email and password and log in. Just so you know, it's kind of deceiving.
Right.
They try to push you.
But in order to be able to post to Facebook from Pinterest or Twitter, you have to use the same login for both sites.
Yeah, so it's easier just to go in with Facebook and then approve it, and then you're done, which is cool.
Right.
Or
underneath notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that a lot of times I'll do that for clients that I'm working with, and what I do is I go underneath notifications, because if I post and I don't want it to be on my client's Facebook page, I just want to, especially when I'm building the Pinterest boards, I don't want to I don't want to fill that whole timeline of 100 pins, you know what I mean? So I'll go in and underneath settings, notifications, and turn Facebook off, you know. So.
Yep. All right. So somebody's asking, how do I find, I'll take 5 minutes to share this, and I'm going to take it from you, Vic, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Yes.
Ducker 25 tests. So there's so many things. So I'm a big fan of Chris Ducker. He come up with a post. Let me just take this and I'll show you guys. Let's see, attendees. All right, so I'm gonna take the presenter. I'll show you guys this. Show my screen. Okay, so there's 2 sites. One of the sites that I love is called Virtual Staff Finder. This one right here. Can you see my screen? Okay, Vic.
I have a couple different monitors. So the one that I was on, I don't see your screen. Okay. But on my other monitor, I do.
Okay, sure. Okay, good. So, can you see Virtual Staff Finder?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So Virtual Staff Finder, how this works is it's $500, and they go out and find you what you're looking for. And I'm going to get to what you're looking for in just a second. But there's another one that's $50 a month. It's called onlinejobs.ph. Now, this one's going to be a little more work for you or somebody in your team. Like, you're going to put in your description of what you want, and it's $50, and then you're going to have to choose through 70, 80, 90, 100 different resumes. Now, these are ones in the Philippines. Now, the reason that we've had great success with this is Chris Ducker owns this. I have no affiliation to it, nothing at all. I've just had great success with it, and so have my friends. So the reason I chose this one for $500, Chris Ducker come up with 25 tasks you can outsource to a general virtual assistant, and one of those is social media. So if you go to chrisducker.com/25 tasks with an S, TASKS, it shows you 25 things that you can, email management, setting up autoresponders, booking, there's social media in here. So I literally copied this verbatim and put that in there as a description for my virtual assistant inside Virtual Staff Finder. And it takes 2 to 3 weeks, they come back with 3 different candidates that fit the profile. They give you a recording, they give you a disc profile, they give you a resume, they give you testimonials. And so it's a good source that we've had great success with. Can't promise you'll have the same success, but all my friends have had the same success.
And how much do you pay your virtual assistant?
Yeah, so you're going to pay anywhere from $3.50 an hour to $4 an hour for somebody to work your time frame, which is because they're 12 hours ahead of us, or 24 hours, I can't remember, so 24 hours ahead of us. You can hire someone here to do it. You're going to probably pay $10 to $15 an hour for them to do that, which is fine. We do have that too. So there's a lot of people that have local people that do that, but they don't work full time. So they work 20 hours a week, 15 hours a week, different stuff like that. So pretty much whatever you want to do and grow, there's somebody out there to do it. Now, the 25 task I think is great. Now, you can, if you want one specific project done, you can go to odesk.com. Like if you want something done or something set up, or you could even go to Fiverr. FIVERR.com and get a Facebook page set up if you want, or a Pinterest page set up, or whatever you want to do. We're real big on only doing the stuff that we love doing, that makes us money, and that we're good at. And so in farming out all this other stuff, there's always somebody out there that can do it for you. It's just and here's the thing. The mindset isn't what is it going to cost you. It's what is it going to cost you not to do it, right? So if you're doing the money-making activities and only the money-making activities, you will have more business. If you're doing stuff like we're showing you, building a Pinterest board and spending 2-3 hours on Pinterest, that's not good. That's not money-making activity. Somebody else can be building that for you while you're calling expireds, while you're calling FISBOs, while you're marketing to your past database, stuff like that. That's going to build deep relationships and make new relationships that will lead to referrals and purchases and buyers and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't say enough about Pinterest. Pinterest is really cool. It's just an amazing platform. There's millions of people there, 10 million to be exact, and somewhere around in there. And it's just, I don't know about you, but everywhere I go to a restaurant, I love pictures. And if there's not pictures then I look for food that comes out. You know what I mean? So that's why this is growing so big, and that's why Instagram is growing so big, because it's pictures. We are visual creatures. Like, we love to see stuff. And for me to read something is so much harder than me to look at a picture and get something from it. So great job on the class, Vicki. Awesome stuff.
Oh,
great,
thank you.
It's awesome showing us what
yeah,
what
so
you're about.
hopefully
So,
have inspired you guys a little bit. So very cool.
Right on. Very cool. So thank you so much for being here. Let me see if there's any more questions before I dodge out. Let's see, questions. Is there a replay? So if you're looking for a replay, just get with however you got on class. There should be whoever sent you that has the replays for this. We will get that recording up, probably be up by the end of the day or first thing tomorrow. And then you can watch the replays as many times as you like. And then how much was it to have them screened? So it's for this site you're looking at right here, it's $500 one-time fee, and they give you 3 candidates. And you can read the specifics on if you don't like those 3. I don't. They take their time with it, so they qualify them big time. So it's pretty cool. We should probably do a class on that coming up pretty soon. Which one does Chris Ducker own? He owns Chris Ducker owns the Virtual Staff Finder, so he actually owns this. So the money's going to him. Great guy. Yeah. Great guy.
And what's kind of nice is, you know, you could send them some of the VAs that we use. I'll send them a task of things to do before I leave the office, and then when Scott comes in, it's already done. So because their nights are their days are our nights. So
So our board, somebody's asking for our board, it's pinterest.com/agent mastermind. Pinterest.com/agent mastermind. So that's where
these are just ideas. You know, but definitely check out some of the other real estate agents I showed you. Kind of follow what they do, and then you know, morph that into your system, implement it.
Yeah, and we got a lot of our ideas from Raj. There's a couple other people that were like, okay, that's cool. So like when you see stuff like best kids bedrooms, if you add your city to it, or like it's just got better SEO. So best kids bedrooms we're in Kalamazoo. Best kids bedrooms.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that. I apologize. So everything needs to have your city on the. That's just another trick that I learned.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. You know, or Henderson Kitchen.
Kalamazoo, right.
Buyers in Henderson, you know, Texas, you know, most wanted. Yeah. Super easy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Appreciate you being here, and we'll see you next week. We got a great guy coming on board, going to share with us how he's built his team and how he's gone from 0 to 240 transactions year to date. Probably more by now. This when I talked to him 2 weeks ago, it was 240 in closed or pending right now.
So that's like closing every day.
Yeah, closing every day. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So great guy. Yep, he's going to come on and share with us what his team looks like. He's very detail oriented, so he's going to share a bunch of stuff. So hope you can make it. We'll see you same time, same place next week on Agent Mastermind. Everybody have a great day and be safe. Bye-bye.